morning everyone, happy Wednesday and welcome to Hunky Dory TV for what is going to be the most anticipated show in such a long time. You asked for it, we have delivered. So make sure you're just heading straight onto the website and shopping ahead of us, because we don't want you to miss out on this incredible launch, because it is finally here, the one you have been waiting for. We are bringing you our Mirri Stickables collection. This is going to be such a fun show, but I'm not on my own for this one. Emily is in the production station. Good morning, Emily.
Good morning.
And over in the demonstration station, she's ready to craft with this. I think she's probably one of the most excited people about this product, actually. It's Mrs. Cat Hollis.
Good morning.
Good morning, Cat.
It's so much fun, isn't it?
Isn't it?
It's going to make your crafting life 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 times easier.
Especially with projects that we both like to do that take a lot of time. Paper piecing.
Yeah.
Those dies where we've got so much detail on them, and we want to snip them all out and put them piece them back together, like what were the ones we did recently with the flowers, and they made those beautiful apertures.
Oh,
they took hours to do because
really
we were having to stick all those bits and pieces down. Not anymore. It's the most amazing thing. So before we get to it, let's have a look at this week's Win It Weekly. We're sticking with the shimmer and shine this week because we are giving 6 lucky winners the chance to win our Diamond Sparkles Shimmer Card 50 sheet pack. You are going to get 25 colours in this, 2 of each. It's absolutely gorgeous. There is such a variety of shades, including this beautiful orange selection. But what's the question this week? Compared to their body weight, which animal is the strongest? You don't have me down there. Is it A, ant, B, dung beetle, or C, elephant? So like, share and comment. Compared to their body weight, which animal is the strongest? Ant, dung beetle, or elephant? Now I'm questioning 2 of them. But we'll see, and we'll announce the winners on Friday's show. Just make sure that you like, share and comment on the video to be in with the chance of winning with your answer A, B or C. I have a strong one in my head, but then I feel like I've watched something recently and it's not even like David Attenborough or something. It's probably like a Disney film, and I feel like it's changed my I just can't. I'm not certain. I'm not certain, but we'll see. We will see. Okay, let's get straight to it. Have a look at this fantastic VT. You're just going to absolutely love it for working with your frames and sticking them onto little books, for making borders with, for all your sentiment dies, which we can now turn into peel-offs. It's going to be the most exciting time in craft. We absolutely love it. Now we're going to start off with the whopping bundle. If you want to get the ultimate collection, which contains all 4 self-adhesive Mirri Packs, you can save yourself a huge £10 by getting the ultimate collection. And we'll run through what all that contains in just a moment. But this is everything you're going to receive if you get that. It's $29.96, and you are going to get a whopping 64 self-adhesive Mirri sheets, which makes this product 42p per sheet, which is absolutely incredible. Now if we run through everything that you're going to get, we're going to be able to you're going to be able to see exactly what you're getting and how that breaks down. But look at how phenomenal this works. I mean, these have been stuck down now for, I want to say, when did we launch this? Last Thursday. So we did this on Tuesday the week before. So it's been well over a week now. And look, absolutely no lifting on those dies. And these are crazy detailed dies that we have for you. So you can use these with your nesting dies. We can use these with our precious portrait flowers, and look how phenomenal that looks on there. With your sentiments as well, your smaller sentiments, your bigger sentiments, border strips, all of these detailed dies that we can stick onto here. These work with Ink Me cardstock, they work with Matastic cardstock, they work on our adorable Scorable cardstock. You're going to be able to stick these on parchment, and they work absolutely beautifully on your acetate as well. They are phenomenal, the amount of things that we can do with this. So let's have a look at each sort of collection individually, and then that will show you the sort of like the best way in getting it is that ultimate collection. So let's start off with our A5 gold Mirri sheets. So in here we are going to get 16 sheets of our A5 self-adhesive Mirri. So having it in A5 is perfect because you can use it for those really large frames, or those larger sort of cut-in dies that we might be have in our stash. So you've got here so much just absolutely incredible mirror finish. Look how detailed that is. You can see everything. You can see the iPad. It's incredible. Like the originals, we just peel off the back in here. Let's see if I can do it first time. Can she do it? Can she do it? We just peel off the back in, there you go, to reveal that sticky piece which we can place over any of our other mediums. These are £11.99 to get your 16 sheets of gold Mirri. So depending on how you're using it, there's something for everyone. Or we have that in the silver as well. So again, 16 A5 sheets in the silver, £11.99 or just £9.79 if you are in the club. So we've got those on a really good deal as well, where if you shop any of our A5 packs, you can get them for £19.98. So you could get the gold and the silver, which would give you a total of 32 sheets. And you can get 32 sheets for £19.98. So if you didn't want to get the ultimate collection, but you wanted to get the A5 in both the gold and the silver, then you could do that deal and save yourself £4 as well. So this is the first sort of product that we have for you. Second product we have to show you is our DL ones, because we know a lot of you like to use your mini die cutting machines. We know a lot of you will be using this product for your sentiments, and sentiments we don't need that much space. So we've got our packs of gold and our silver. You can get these as well, 16 sheets in each, just cut into that wonderful DL size, so we can place this in our mini or in our MIDI or in our junior machines, whether you've got your Cuttlebugs, any of your smaller sort of handheld machines, these strips are going to go through. £17.99 if you want to get these ones, our DL size. The same again as well for our silver. Absolutely incredible Mirri self-adhesive stickable sheets, £17.99. We also have a really great deal on both of these. So if you are someone who knows you're majoritively going to use these for sentiments, for personalising your cards, and you just want the thinner sheets, then we can do any two of the DL packs for £12.98. So that's going to save you £3 as well for £12.98.
Incredible, isn't it?
And think about how many we can cut from this one sheet.
That's it.
This is, you could just keep a sheet and just keep cutting and cutting out of that sheet until you have no space left. It's such a great idea. We're going to go straight to Cat though for a demo, because I know you guys are so eager to see this in action.
Okay, so let's go. We're going to start with the silver. I'm going to take one of the A5 sheets, and out of this I'm going to get 2 frames and a sentiment.
Oh,
all in one die cut.
that is fancy.
So I have gone with these are the Moonstone dies, the Fabulous Fabric frames.
And you know what, these dies are just perfect for things like this.
They are. This is where they go to the shape. So we've got like the 2 nesting ones that just fit in there, so we can get both of them on there. So you're going to see how much die cutting you can get out of one sheet as well. It's incredible. And then we've got the matching sentiment, and because this bit is a solid bit in the middle, we can pop that in there, so we can do all our die cutting for this card out of one sheet. We are going to be using a second sheet for some extra detailing that we're putting in, but this really shows you how much you get for your money here. So I'm just going to hold these in place just so the dies don't do any damage to each other, and we're going to put this through our big machine. So I'm going to layer this upside down onto the magnetic sheet, and then I'm going to cut onto the metal shim. Now, because you are going through like a couple of layers and you've got that adhesive in there, you might need to run it through a couple of times, but just take it out and check.
Run it through it a couple of times, or maybe turn your die, especially when we're using sort of dies that have this much detail within them. It's always a good, and because you're using 3 dies here as well, you're not just using 1.
Yeah, we're asking it to do a lot of work, aren't we? So I'm going to run it through twice just to be on the safe side. Go again, one more time for good luck.
Good morning to everyone who's joining us today. There's lots and lots of comments about how much people have been waiting for this show and this product. Lots of people watched it, the shows that we did over on Hobby Maker, and they've been waiting for us to launch it. Michelle said, I so needed this for my Easter cards. I cut out Happy Easter 6 times in single letters and I got glue everywhere. Well, that is one thing that we can promise will not be happening.
So even this bit that is left, I'd be trimming down these sides, and you've got a perfect frame that you can use for like a faux mat and layer and something there as well. Absolutely perfect. So we're just going to pop these out now. And then again, we've got that middle one there that we've created. So you're even with your scraps, you're creating bits that you can use. And another one there.
That's crazy how many frames you've just cut out of that.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Crazy. So I have gone ahead. You take these out just like you do anything else. You might find that the backing does start to come off.
Yeah.
Thingy, which is not a bad thing. Any help getting backing off is always an issue, but just carefully remove them from your frame. Just ease them along, because you're dealing with 2 layers, and you'll see how all those middle bits are already starting to pop out. Just work your way around.
I think it's important, isn't it, when you're removing the Mirri Stickables from any die that you're using, just to be that extra little bit more cautious.
Yeah.
I think especially when I was doing sentiments, I found that if I flipped my die over and then sort of pressed that backing on, it allowed me for the whole thing to come out with ease. So that's definitely a really good point to make, actually. Just be super careful when you're pulling it out.
So I'm just going to get rid of a bit of the free confetti that I've made, and then it's the same as everything else. Just go in with your pokey tool and gently press them down onto like your rubber mat or your silicone mat or something, just so it's got a bit of grip, and everything will pop out. I have die cut all these already because you want to see the fun decorating stuff, don't you? You don't want to see all this. So I've got all these ready prep, but we're going to leave them for a moment and we're going to move on to another aspect. So I said we were going to take another sheet of silver, which we are, and we're going to take some black stamping card, because the silver and black look absolutely stunning together. We're going to cut a section. This is going to make a 7x7 card when we finish, so we're going to cut a strip 3 inches by 7 inches. The word inch just suddenly sounds wrong in my mouth.
I thought that actually when you
Weird,
said
isn't
that.
it? It's strange. And
Maybe
then,
because we've had some time off, we've not had to say it every single day.
so I'm going to take this and I'm just going to cut it into different thickness strips, which is another great technique that you can do with this.
Absolutely.
Enabling you to build up all your own backgrounds. And we're going to create a pattern to mimic that's on our frames. So I'm going to do a couple at just like 2 notches over the cut line. We're going to do a couple just 1 notch over. And then do a couple of notches over. So do a few of these, all those different sizes. You can mix them up because we're going to cover this in a diagonal pattern now. Just using these to mimic that kind of diagonal stripes that are on our die. Now, when you are coming to release these, I find it helps if you just give it a little squeeze first, and it just really helps release it. And then we're just going to come along and work in a diagonal pattern down this piece of card. There's absolutely no rules here. You can put any size next to any size, really mix and match it, leave your gaps different spaces, because you're going to drive yourself crazy if you try and get every single gap every time. You are going to drive yourself insane. So just make it look like you're purposely not doing that. And we'll just work our way down. The only thing you want to kind of keep to is make sure you're keeping that diagonal line the same kind of, angle every single time. And you can cut off your strips and then reuse them further along.
You can also sort of keep these strips, any that you've got left over, you'll be able to like keep them and use them for like fake matting and layering. You know, if you're just going to do a really thin edge around the outside of your card. Which is sometimes a really nice idea as well. Good morning to everyone who's watching us over on YouTube this morning as well. We have Nikki's joining us for the first time live. She has just joined the Workingham USA card making group and she absolutely loves it. Well, welcome to the world of card making, because that's it now. You are going to be
you're going to be hooked. So when you have finished, just trim off your edges and you will end up with a piece that looks like this. And I know you're already knowing all the possibilities you can do with things like this across all your different card making. So put that over here. We want some more black stamping card and we are going to bring our frames back in. So we're going to start with the big guy.
This is a huge frame, isn't it?
Isn't it?
But it's the pattern in it that just makes it.
So we're going to line this up to as close as we can to the edges, just to save our cutting. You've got quite a nice chunky border on this here, so if it runs over, you are okay. Just give that a good press down, and then when you're happy with how it's placed, this is what Natalie did to get those to stick so well to that board, and it really helps for the longevity.
On all of your Mirri Stickables, you'll see that there's a little QR code. If you scan that QR code with the camera of your phone or your iPad, it'll bring you to a video which we put together to show you how to properly adhere your stickables to your projects. And it's as simple as just flipping over the piece that you're working on and going over with your with a bone folder or with your score tool, just to make sure that's super secure. If you have a brayer as well, that will also really help, just to make sure you've got that absolute 100% adhesion and it's not going to move at all. It's a great tip actually, I think. But also because you can sort of move it if you're not happy with the positioning and you wanted to sort of move it about, you can,
which is a great bonus until you've like really adhered it down. So this time, for this frame, I'm going to go in with my craft knife and we're just going to cut out that middle bit just so we've got the black showing behind the actual frame. So me craft knives have been falling out a little bit recently, so we'll see how we get on.
I've been terrible with craft knives, and every single time I change my craft knife to a new blade, it's just snapping at the top.
Yeah.
And then once you've got that like real precision point at the top, I just feel like I can't use it anymore.
So I'm just going to go as close to the edge as possible, and then if I can see any little bits that just need trimming away afterwards, I can go back and get them. But this is it. Just look how quick it took me to stick that frame down. If I had to go over and glue all that down,
you'd literally have to use the smallest tape, and even then I think we'd be folding it over.
We would.
Those, especially on those outside edges, you'd be folding over your tape to make sure that you've got that stuck down perfectly.
So I've just got a little bit here. I'm just going to run down. So we've got one frame that's in the black, and then we are going to take our other frame, and this one we're going to keep solid, so this one's going to be loads easier to do. I think the other great advantage about this Stickables as well is because you can keep your cards really flat. You can get that high impact,
yeah,
but keep them flat at the same time, and there's so much more like lightweight.
I think so.
So
it's crazy to
that.
think how like a piece of tape or like glue could add sort of like weight or height to your cards, but with this and using these on your card, you actually can tell a huge difference.
You can. And it's never just one light layer of glue though, is it? That's the thing. It's because we're putting...
And when you think about it, all of these dies that we have in our stash, and we buy them when we think, oh my goodness, these are amazing. We all do it. We buy dies, especially dies like this, and we think, I'm going to use that all the time. I'm going to use it for so many cards. But then when you actually die cut it, and you have to think about sticking it, you often just put it in a pile, and it gets left in a pile of dies that you really like, but they're a little bit difficult to use here and there. Those dies, you're going to be getting them out, you're going to be cutting them out of your Mirri, and you're going to be using them day after day after day with all your projects. Those beautiful portrait flower dies that we did with those really thin detailed lines, you're going to be using them all the time again, because we can cut and stick them now. We can stick them from gold, and we can use our other Stickables for sort of placing in between. There's so many incredible ways in which you can do it. One thing that we haven't mentioned yet, which is going to bring the cost of your Stickables down as well, is you can still use your goodie box code. That 10% code is still valid until this Sunday. So if you purchased a goodie box and you've got that code and you've used it already, don't worry, you can use it as many times as you want up until this Sunday to get 10% off all your orders, which will bring the cost of these Stickables down as well by a further 10%. So that's a really good thing to remember. Don't forget that, because it's going to save you lots of money.
The other thing, going back to like your frames and your dies that you were on about, Natalie, I would still just start making up boxes of my own stickers ready to go.
I thought that,
just sit there having a day, die cutting all your favourite sentiments out of the different colours and all your different frames and stuff, and box them up.
Yeah.
And then they're just sat there
and
ready to go when you make your cards.
That makes and sells as well.
Yeah.
I think what a great idea to cut out. This is looking so cool.
Isn't it fab?
To cut out lots of sentiments and sell them in a pack.
Yeah.
So sell like a pack of congratulations, 5 to 10 congratulations cut out, bagged up, sell them so that people don't have to die cut them themselves. They're already done. You've got all that Stickables. I mean, I would love that if I saw that in a craft store. Just sentiments, die cut out. You could have them mixed ones, you could have just congratulations, new home, Mr. and Mrs, and sell them that way as well. So don't just think about using them for your crafting, but using them to help you with your crafting shops or your stalls that you might have coming up, because I know that a lot of people are back to sort of do in stores and things like that. So it's a great idea.
Yeah, it's the same like we say for adding the personalisation on the stall on the day.
Yeah.
If you've got, you know, your mum's cut out, your dad's cut out.
Yeah, or
thingy.
alphabets.
Yeah.
Just use your alphabet die. Do a whole load of every letter, and then you can say, oh, would you like me to add a name to that? Yes, please. Oh, don't worry about it. I can do it right now. That is so funky. I love all the patterns.
Doesn't it? So, and you mix and match in those different techniques, and we've not got any sticky, messy glue anywhere.
It's incredible. It absolutely shines. It has that top quality Mirri that we know and love from our Mirri card, but in a gorgeous stickable format. It is absolutely incredible, and I promise you it is going to change your crafting lives. I'm not lying here. It really will change your lives. I've got some cards to show you actually that are absolutely stunning, and we've mixed and matched these cards with some of our previous Stickables selection. So this one we've used those beautiful border strips and our floral embellishments. These are still all available on the website, and you can go ahead and pick them. Hannah has made this beautiful card here, mixing and matching again her die cut butterflies with her Stickables butterflies. Look at how that sentiment lies across there though. And these are sentiments I am talking about. They were such a nightmare to stick down on cards. Honestly, they were painful, but not anymore. We've got that beautiful adhesion and it looks gorgeous. Using it to create apertures on your boxes like Debbie's done here, that's a beautiful one. Simple mats and layers as well, we can use that. Of course, we can cut into those DL sheets and then stick over to create gorgeous mats and layers. This one's really fun that our Becca made. She's used our score tool to create a beautiful disco ball effect. It is really, really fun. Look at this one as well. This one has been made in the same way that Cat just cut all of her strips down, placed onto a little piece, and then just cut out all of those sentiments to stick on top. This is so clean and simple, but absolutely so effective. It's gorgeous. We've got Shine Bright that Beck's made as well, with all the different layers there of gold and silver in that beautiful sort of explosion of Mirri. This one's beautiful as well, using all of your nesting frames, creating really, really nice cards with this one. We've got Birthday Wishes from Me to You. This one's really fun with sort of like that bubble detail in the background. I really like the effect of this one. Kirsty made this for us. And then look at this one with the sweet little flowers, just creating a gorgeous little window for that picture, that Perfect Verses pad. There we go, to go straight in the center. I love the look of this card. It's so fun, and just shows you how beautiful this sticks to acetate. Absolutely stunning.
Can I jump in and show you something else that I've just thought of on the spot?
Go on.
So you know your backing,
yeah.
So this is the backing that's come off from the back of your sheet here. How perfect is this going to make a stencil, a mask?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I've just popped it down. I've just popped it down on here because you've got that shiny surface from the back. Just tape it down. This won't be the most perfect, but it's going to work perfectly like a stencil for you as well. So even your waist is going to be really, really useful.
See, you can keep everything. It's so good, isn't it? There's so many things that we don't think about with our stickables as well. Stickables and alcohol markers. If you wanted to do a card like this one, but you wanted all your bubbles to be different, then you could stick your silver in and then go over with your alcohol pen and change the colour of all of the different bubbles, because you can use your alcohol marker on there as well. Look at this detailed die though. That die is so detailed. I could not imagine having to stick that down before Mirri Stickables, but the thing is, we don't have to think about that anymore because we have this fantastic product that we can use time and time again. This one again as well, been stuck on top of some acetate just to show how stunning it actually sticks. So we have another couple of exciting products to share with you. We have a brand new Stickables launch as well. We have for you our Stickables Self-Adhesive Foiled Sentiment Selection. Just like a essential book of sentiments, in the same exact way, we've used our pastel selection here, so you're going to be able to use these alongside those pastels, alongside your Mirri Stickables, but we've got them in sentiment form. I love that we've now created these for you as well. So many different occasions on here as well that we've got for you. For my perfect husband, for my special nephew on his birthday, to him an amazing brother with love. What else have we got for you in these ones? Because we do have so many different varieties of sentiments. For my wonderful girlfriend, for someone special, made with love and sparkles. For my fab auntie, my beautiful wife, just may your day be just as wonderful as you are. To my beautiful granddaughter. So much included in as well as birthday ones. We've got 40 with love on your special day, 70, 18 on your 21st, 50 years young to someone special on your 90th birthday, happy sweet 16, happy 13th, 100, you're amazing, baby's first birthday, they're all covered on there as well. Then we've got made with love, thinking of you, happy Easter, happy Father's Day. Father's Day's coming up, people. Wishing you the very best for the year to come. It's time to celebrate. Sending you deepest sympathies. Happy Mother's Day. So you are covered here with these selections. You're going to get an impressive 360 Stickables sentiments. Some of these as well will have your whole for if you want to add these to tags, then you can use that as well. 360 sentiments, foiled in gold and in your silver, 12 different colours, a variety of sentiments to cover all of your occasions. Those brand new today are £9.99. Absolutely incredible. You get a total of 24 sheets with this one. It's just so worth it, isn't it? We also have some other exciting products for you. I've got some more cards here that I need to show as well. Let me get those, because these ones are have been designed especially for a very special occasion that we have coming up. I'm not sure if many people know, but we do have a coronation coming up.
We do.
The first of its kind. Well, it's not the first of its kind, isn't it? But it feels like the first of its kind, because not a lot of us will have seen a coronation before. We've just seen video footage, but this is going to be real life coronation happening in real time. So first up, we have a fantastic Hunky Dory exclusive moonstone die. This is our majestic crowns, helping you to celebrate the coronation of King Charles III. You've got the beautiful crown, and then we've also given you the sentiments that say Queen, King, Princess, and then for the day, so you can use this for lots of different occasions. Maybe it's a birthday, but they look absolutely fantastic.
And your princess can be cut down to Prince. That, if anybody's wondering why that's not in there, it's because it
can't it? You can just trim away your S's.
Yeah.
And you've got Prince as well. Stacey made this gorgeous shaker card last week to showcase this one, and then look how regal this is, and using your gemstones to add extra detail as well. Perfect to be using with your fantastic Mirri Stickables. So we have that fantastic die that you can be getting on the website. It's a members exclusive die, £3.49. That price is absolutely ridiculous. £3.49. That should be that should be £5.99. It's saving you £2.50 for club and diamond members. I can't believe that deal.
So
I did not think it was going to be that.
So many things.
I know, isn't it? I'm like Mother's Day, Father's Day, all of those
general
birthdays. When you just want to let someone know that they are your absolute world, this is going to be so perfect.
But you could use it for like confirmations and things like that as
Yeah,
well.
you could.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. It's a great die to have in your stash. So that is one of our brand new members deals to celebrate the coronation. The next one we have is, this is really fun, a colour a Union Jack stamp set. So you know, like our layering stamps that we have. Now you can use these to layer up your amazing colours. So you can use our fantastic letterbox red and the royal blue from our Prism ink pad range, and then we've also given you the outline die if you want to go over that with your concrete or your deeper tones to really make your Union Jack stand out. We've got celebratory balloons. We have our Let's Celebrate and You're the Greatest sentiment on here as well. I think these are going to be so fun, especially to get and craft with the kids. You can be decorating the front of the house. You can be using this for not only the coronation, but for when the Olympics come.
Yes.
When we've got any of those occasions where we love to scream and shout about the fact that we're British. This is going to be an absolute winner. £4.99. This is an A5 stamp set, and you are paying just £4.99. That's actually quite silly. If you love the stamps as well, we are also giving you the chance to go onto our website and download our very cute digital download stamps. Stacey has designed these for you just for the coronation. So we have Charles here, we have Camilla, we have the very cute little dog with its crown on, which I think is my favourite. We've obviously got the very special chair, and then look at this one, this stamp. This stamp would be perfect. Mine and Dan's best friends, our best man at our wedding, got engaged on Monday. He got engaged on Monday in London. So this would be perfect. I think I might use this actually for their card. Really, really sweet. You're invited to a coronation party. Long live the king. You can be making invitations with this. Again, you can be making decorations to dress up the house. These are digital downloads, so you can blow them up as big as you want as well. So you could be making sort of like printing these out on A3 and colouring them in and popping them in the window of your house. They're going to be super fun to dress those up. So absolutely free to download these from the hub, and you can print them out as you wish. And then what do we have for you? If you're going to get those stamps and you're going to get these dies, then you can use our incredible Ink Me cardstock bunting to create the cutest. Stacey made this as well. She had too much fun. But she's coloured them in and they look so sweet. Look at them together. Absolutely adorable. Beautiful. If you want to be making that, then grab your hands on our essential Ink Me bunting, which is £8.99. You can grab those stamps for £4.99. You've got your digital downloads, which are absolutely free, and you can be making fantastic bunting to your heart's content. It's absolutely such a amazing thing that we're doing just to be able to celebrate that day and get prepared, get dressed in the houses for that weekend, which is coming up. Is it 2 weeks or 3 weeks? It's May. I think it's the first week of May. The first weekend.
I think it's the second. Maybe the second.
Is it the second? Because it's May Day.
Yeah.
May Day's the 1st, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it runs over. Yeah. So the 6th of May. Not long now. Not long now at all. It's exciting. Kat.
Yes.
Are you going to be using these with our brand new Stickables?
Well, we can't have a crown.
You can't have a crown
and not do a Stickables
It's
crown.
very true.
Can we? In fact, we are going to be doing 3.
3?
So, yeah. Don't worry, most of them are already made. So, I'm just going to take the gold DL here. I'm just going to trim it down a little bit more so it fits in the mini machine that we've got. And yeah, if you are doing this at home, I want you to do 3 of these crowns. So I'm just going to pop this off here. And because we're going through the smaller machine and it's just got these plates, I am going to pop like a little shim in as well, just to give me that extra purchase there. And bring it back over here. Oh. And the beauty of this is you can just run it back and forth a couple of times with the hand crank, just to make sure we get that good cut. And let's see how we're getting on.
We've got a question about our amazing new sentiment sheets. We have a question that says, are these different from this year's 2023 sentiments? And they are in fact different. What we have done is we have gone through all of our sort of sentiment dies that we had from, we've got so many now because we do them every single year, and we picked out our absolute favourites. So it's a nice mix of lots and lots of years of sentiments that we've all put together. Is it a little bit pesky?
It's just because of those two layers, but you just have to gently work around it. It has caught, it's just helping it ease out, and once you get a big bit done, it'll do it perfectly. So there we go. So we want 3 of them, and we're just going to go in and we're going to pop out. There are some bits on the inside that just help give it that crown shape, but to give this crown extra pizzazz, we are also going to do a tiny little bit of paper piecing upon it, just to make it even more fun and fabulous. So not only does it stick to things beautifully, you can stick things to it beautifully. So I've gone in with some of this gorgeous purple adorable scoreable, and we're going to be using this for those inner bits of the crown. And then so you're going to need to do 3 of these again, and then I also want you to cut them out of just some light plain white adorable scoreable, also cream for the bottom.
Okay.
Which I've already done because there's only so many times you can watch me cut out a crown.
We've got a lot of questions asking, are there any Hunky Dory Rainbow Mirri Stickables, please? We haven't done the Rainbow Mirri Stickables, but it was something that was asked a lot about on our show, so I think it is something that Anne-Marie and Dan are looking into, so stay tuned. Stay tuned.
So here's my white one and here's my purple one, and as with a lot of our moonstone dies, they're so cleverly designed that you can cut into them. They've got all those snip lines there for you, so I'm just going along snipping where they're just holding on there, those little pips are, and we're just going to follow this line just to get this bit off here, and then we're going to cut out these middle pieces.
We've got some questions about whether we can run this Stickables through an embossing folder. You can do that. We have tested it in the office, so you can pop it through your embossing folder. The only thing I would, it's not necessarily a worry, but if you're going to pop it on something and then emboss it, I would potentially add it on first, because obviously when we're embossing it, it's going to create shapes into our Mirri Stickables, and then when we go to stick it down is where it's kind of going to flatten out that embossing. So if you're going to emboss it, I would definitely recommend sticking it to some cardstock first and then embossing it, because we've already stuck it. So it's going to leave us with more detail than if we just stick a sheet through it, an embossing folder, and then we go ahead.
You see, I was so confident. Yeah, these bits aren't stickable that I need to pop on my crown now, and I was so confident I've not brought my glue stick in.
Oh no.
But I've got a little bit of wet glue I can do it with here. But this again. So we're just going to pop these bits back over the top.
You've used a very regal purple here.
Well, that's it. I thought I would try and emulate, I think it's St Edward's crown or something like that. It's called the coronation crown. So I thought I would try my best to emulate.
I think you're doing a good job.
I've lost it. Having a bit of purple cardstock on a purple mat. That's good fun. So we're just going to pop them on there, and then we are going to go to our white one, and we're just going to cut off the bottom here. Again, just add a little bit of glue to the back. and it really brings this crown to life. But we can't have a crown without some crown jewels, can we?
No, absolutely not.
And here at Hunky Dory, we have the absolute perfect thing for your crown jewel. So I've got my blacks, I've got some purples, and I've got my golds. So I am going to go in with my middle gold on this dot here, and even these little bits are embossed in for you, so you know exactly where to place them if you had any questions. Let's get my shuttle. My little ones are being a little bit tricky.
It's so clever, so well designed for you to be able to paper piece it, to cut into it.
It's so much fun. Then let's move over to the purples. Let's put a big purple one up the top here, and then a little one in the top. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to be extra bougie. I'm going to take one of the little purple ones and I'm going to place it on top of that gold one there, because it will sit. And then we're just going to finish with some blacks at the bottom. And how is this glorious crown come to life? So again, you've got your little dots in here. That just from like cutting it out of 3 different pieces. And the beauty of the back is that it's still going to work perfectly as a sticker.
Wow.
But what I'm going to do with this, the other 2 that I'm going to use, I am going to use straight as a sticker onto my cardstock. But with this one, I'm
just thinking, if you're having like if your road is closing and you're doing like a big sort of party for the coronation, you can cut all these out and like hand them out to the kids, and they can just have them as stickers.
It is. I was tempted yesterday to make a crown of crowns, put them on a headband.
That would be really cool.
So I have made 2 more of these for our card. These 2 I'm going to use straight as stickers, just straight onto my cardstock. This one, because I want to use it on a foam pad just to raise it up a little bit, I have just cut it again out of white, and then we can just stick that straight over the top. So if you do want it to have a little bit more substance afterwards, you've still made life a lot easier for yourself by creating it on a sticker. So let's get to the basics of our cards. I have delved into our Win It Weekly prize this week and gone for this gorgeous, gorgeous purple.
What a mix.
And this is just going to be a simple 8x4 card. So I'm going to cut my mat and layer down to 3 notches under the 4 by 3 notches under the 8. It's a little bit short. Never mind, I have one I've done earlier. I don't know why it's like that.
Have you cut it the wrong way?
Yeah, I don't know, must have done. Anyway, we've got one I've done earlier there, and then I'm just going to do a middle panel. This is 2.5 inches, and I've no choice, this will have to be a little bit shorter. So we'll come 3 notches under the 2.5.
The other piece must have been what you cut off the full A4.
Yeah, never mind, it'll work. So we're going to go in, get these glued down, and then I'm going to break with the tradition at the moment, and this is going to be a Queen for a Day card, because that purple glitter is just
beautiful.
I'm sure there's lots of men would love the purple glitter as well. I wouldn't want to
Michelle
stereotype.
Has said we need stickables in all Mirri colours. How? Oh my goodness, that would be so fantastic. And we're going to have to send some lists. Send some lists.
There's lots of places it can go, and that's what's so exciting with it as a new launch and a new product.
It's just been so well thought about. It's been so well designed. And you know, the one, when we brought the first pastel stickables to you, the one thing that everyone said that they needed was the Mirri stickables, and it is here. It is here for you to buy today. There's so many different options and ways in which you can get it. You can buy our ultimate collection and save yourself £10 buying all 4 of the different selections. You can purchase it in the DL. You can purchase it in the A5. We've also got special offers on the website if you're buying those individually. Buy any 2 packs of the Stickables in the A5, and you can get 2 for £19.98. And if you buy any of the self-adhesive DL Stickables, you buy 2 of those, then you can get 2 packs for £12.98 instead of £7.99. So some great savings there, but obviously the best saving is buying it in that huge bundle. You're going to get 64 self-adhesive mirror sheets for just £29.96. And if you purchased a goodie box, then you can also pop in that 10% discount code, because that offer runs up until this Sunday, and you can get an extra 10% off. I love this.
So that one's just a little bit raised up, and we're going to go with our sentiments, and let's go for Queen for the day. Find a little bit of that that's left here. Just pop them down, and it is, I think if anyone's sort of like thinking about die cutting as well with your machines, obviously all our machines are different pressures, all our machines, we know where they best cut, we know how to use them, but if you have any questions or you're struggling with your machines, let us know, and we can obviously help you out with any queries or questions that you've got with using your specific die machine with our Stickables. But as Kat's just done there, adding in a little bit of paper is always a great option. So take this out of here, and I do think it's these sentiments that really are going to make you difference.
Phenomenal, isn't it?
So once
there's
you
just
find
so
that
much
little
you can
gap,
use it with, and use it for as well.
Yeah, it's going to make things like when you do your you know, like shadowing your sentiments and stuff.
Yeah.
It's going to make jobs like that so much easier. Just carefully take the back off. I'm going to pop this.
I love this.
Down, and once everything's on, I am going to go over with my burnishing tool just to make sure everything's done.
I have a card to show everyone, Kat, that actually shows the Mirri Stickables, and it has been embossed with some embossing folders, and it looks glorious.
Wow.
Our wonderful Barbara's made it for us, and it's absolutely perfect. They're just delightful.
So we go Queen for the day. So it just shows you how versatile this is as a set. I've just got a little, that's going to annoy me. I just got a little bit in there. So Queen for the day. Pop that down. I'm going to give it a little burnish over. Just to get it stuck in place. And the same with this on here. And then you'd pop it onto an 8x4 card blank, and there we go.
I love that. Wow. It looks so incredible, doesn't it? It's beautiful. We've had a couple of things and more requests for our Stickables, actually. Pammy has said Stickables and Diamond Sparkles card. We've got it. We've got our Stickables. It's not Stickables because we had it before we even thought about Stickables.
We did.
But we do have self-adhesive Diamond Sparkles shimmer card rolls, and you can die cut that perfectly. It is beautiful. Okay, let's have a look at the incredible products that we've got for you. But before we do, let's have another look at our Win It Weekly competition question. 6 winners are going to win this week. Compared to their body weight, which animal is the strongest? A, an ant, B, a dung beetle, or C, an elephant? Now, lots of your comments have confirmed that I was thinking of the wrong thing, so thank you for that. I now know the answer to the question, but do you know the answer? Like, share and comment to me and win the chance of winning this fantastic card. Okay, let's recap through absolutely everything we have while Kat gets ready for her last demonstration. We have our stickables in our A5 selection, gold and silver, self-adhesive sticky sheets.
Sorry.
You can get 16 of each in a pack. So you get 16 your gold, 16 in your silver, £11.99 to buy them separately, or you can get the incredible deal where you get both gold and silver, any 2 packs for £19.98. Then we have it in the gorgeous DL, so perfect for all of your sentiments, or maybe you're wanting to make your own elements from this. We have that for you in the gold and in the silver. Again, £7.99 individually for 16 sheets, or you can get 2 packs, so you can get them both together for £12.98, and that's going to save you £3 in total. Or if we want to get it all, and of course if you want to get it all, why wouldn't you want to get it all? Then you can get this whole selection, 64 sheets of self-adhesive Mirri. That works out at 42p per sheet. For just £29.96. That's saving you £10, and you can use that goodie box code that you still have available for an extra 10% off. That's going to bring that price down even further, which is super exciting. And our final thing that we have to share with you as well is the brand new sentiments. These are our stickable sentiments, self-adhesive, 360 in total. You get 24 A5 sheets, 2 sheets in each of the 12 colourways in a mix of gold and silver. Just £9.99 or £8.99 if you are part of the Diamond Club. So many beautiful, amazing projects been made with this one. This one is glorious that our wonderful Barbara has made with those frames and those flowers. It's just so pretty. She's also used those gorgeous precious portrait flowers to create this one with the gold and the silver. How beautiful does this look, all paper piece? It's such a difficult die to do this with as well because of how detailed it is. So it just looks fantastic. We've got this one with the beautiful flowers in. We've got the gorgeous moon there, which again has been paper pieced in that gorgeous silver. But this is what I wanted to show you because this is what everyone was asking about, how you can die cut this and then pop it through an embossing folder. So there you go. It looks absolutely stunning, doesn't it? So beautiful. But if you are going to do this, super top tip is to stick the Mirri onto a piece of card or even a thin piece of paper. It doesn't have to be much. No. You just need to be able to stick it down first, because if you were to stick it down and then obviously adhere it, you would lose some of this detail when you're sort of putting pressure onto there. But it's so fantastic. Some other great ones as well, using our beautiful shape building dies. We've got the beautiful die here. This one is still available on the website for you to get as well, with those beautiful butterflies just sat on top of there. So much gorgeous examples here of how you can use your Mirri stickables together. I absolutely love it. Okay, Kat, are you ready for one last demo? Yes. Let's do it.
And not to give anything away, but with what's coming tomorrow as well, aren't these just a perfect mix as well?
Oh my goodness, yes. I had to get more stock on Saturday because I wanted to use those products together. So I said, I had to be like, I need more. I need more because all my demos are going to use it.
So we are going to do a acetate stepper card, because this is another absolute beauty of your stickables, is working with acetate and not having to worry about covering up all those back spaces. So I'm going to do the basic. We're going to cut my acetate down to 28 centimetres by 21 centimetres. Now the trick is making your stepper card without doing any marks, because unlike a piece of cardstock, it's a little bit more tricky. So this is going to be a centre stepper, so my main element is going to be in the middle. So we'll transfer this onto my scoreboard and make sure we're working on the centimetre side. So I know I want my panels at the side to be about 3.5 centimetres, which is and then it's the usual steps up.
Okay.
So if you take your ruler to make sure that you
tip.
get this thing, and line your ruler up at the 3.5 centimeters here, and make sure it's hitting 3.5 centimeters here. It is a little bit longer than the thing, but you can still get a nice straight line.
You've got that guide, haven't you, to follow then?
So on the first side, we are going to score at 3 till our ruler line. We're going to score at 6 to our ruler line. I'm going to score at 10, 14 and 21. But then when we turn it round, obviously we need to score the reverse. So we're going to do exactly the same thing. So again, make sure it's sat at that 3.5 centimeters. And then this time, obviously our first score line is 7.
This is like really crazy maths here, Kat.
14.
I just flip it the other way.
It's just doing it backwards, that's all. 18, 22, and 25. And then we're just going to make sure that we join these centre ones up for our 14 mark and go all the way along. And then transfer this back onto our trimmer. And we're just going to put those cut lines in between the bottom and the top score mark. So just make sure both of those are hitting the guide in here. Your blade sat somewhere in the middle, and then you can just bring it down to the bottom one, up to the top one.
Pammy's asked a question, Kat. She says, Kat,
Yes.
I have to ask, do you feel comfortable that the stickables will stay stuck on the Diamond Sparkles cardstock?
If you give it a good burnish,
Absolutely.
yeah, from the back and the front, absolutely. I would advise, if you were doing something like I've just done there, where you've got extra embellishments on the top, stick it to the card first, give it a good burnish down, and then add your embellishments on top. And then you just fold it up like you would your normal stepper card.
That's such a good idea to use your ruler as like a stopping point for your steppers, especially when you're using your acetate. There's so many times where I've just gone over ever so slightly, but you can see it because it's acetate.
Yeah. So just done my mounting and my valley folds, and then I'm going to give it that really good burnish into place. And then the same on this side. So for this one, we are going to use a little bit of an embossing technique. Surprise, surprise, I'm going back to the scoreboard to do a little bit of embossing on here. And this one, I'm going a little bit Art Deco-y vibes, I think. I've picked out this frame from, you're not going to be able to see it very well.
Oh,
it's from the cutter card. It's the Let's Celebrate. I've gone ahead and die cut it and taken all the pieces out because it does take a little bit of time. This one's great because most of the bits you can get out with your fingers. They come out
so good.
And because it's cut a card, it is only going to cut 3 sides for you. You just need to trim this frame at the side. That's all you need to do.
That looks incredible.
So we're going to do that, but for our background I'm going to mix my gold and my silver to give it that really kind of Art Deco kind of vibe. So I'm going to take a piece of the silver. I'm going to cut this to 13 centimetres by 13 centimetres. And then we're going to pop it back onto the scoreboard. And for this one, I'm going to be doing this on the bits for the side as well, but I want them kind of different widths just to add that like difference to them. So for this back piece, I'm using the inches side, and we're just going to go at all the notches all the way along. And again, this works so well because you've got that backing already on there. It gives you a nice firm. You've not got to worry about ripping through.
Yeah.
And you go all the way along and you will end up with a piece like this. And then I want you to take a couple of pieces of your scraps, gold and silver, just so you've got enough to do you decorate your side panels. And we're going to do these on the centimetre side at 0.5 centimetre each, just so we've got that difference of texture in there. I'll come back to them shortly, but we'll start building this up. So I'm going to place this bit on my back panel, so I'm going to just open it out a bit.
I love when you do it on parchment, and I love when you do it on Mirri, because when you use your score tool to burnish it down, you can actually see it properly adhering. It's really clever.
It is very clever. Now what I've done with this, because we've got a larger piece and I want to make sure it's in the right back, I've just started by peeling a little bit back, a bit like you do with vinyl and things like that. So I'm not going to commit too much down before I'm happy with the placement with it. Make sure it's straightish on the sides. Now it is going a little bit of a wonk, so I will just, this is the beauty that you can just lift it up and try again. Now that has gone really wonky, I do apologise, but you know, you can take it off and do it again. Yeah, it's the pressure of doing it on TV.
It is. To be fair, it doesn't look, at the moment, because it's flat, it doesn't look that
too bad.
You'll probably notice it when you stand it up more.
Yeah. I will correct it afterwards. And then I've got a little bit of hair in there that's driving me absolutely nuts, so I'm going to have to take that out.
It's probably mine.
And then again, so I know this just sits inside there. So I shouldn't really follow that line, because then this will be wonky as well. But the beauty of them is that as long as you don't stick them to itself, you can peel it off before you properly burnish it down and play around with it.
I can't believe that you've stuck this die down, the whole thing, like that. I love these dies, but there's just so many of them. So many pieces.
So we're just going to go in, and then where I can see it's thingy, you can just peel it back and smooth it down just like you would with your vinyl. Get any lumps and bumps out. Just take your time going down. And this works especially well on acetate.
How incredible does that look?
Just sort it out. And there we go. And this bit has just stuck to the self at the top, but I'm quite confident that I can fix it just by going under with this. And this is the beauty of it, just how pliable and malleable it is.
It's not like you stick it down and then like that's it.
No.
Until you've burnished it, you still do have the ability to sort of lift it up
and play with it
and move it about
in place. And there we go. And then we're just going to cut some bits for our sides. So I've done one side already, so I just need to make sure. So I want these lines to go in the horizontal direction. So because we're working in centimetres, I come a full ½ centimetre under to create that matte and layer effect. To give the gap of the acetate, it will be on this one. So we know that's 3½, so we come to 3. And then our back panel is 7, so we come to 6½. And then my middle piece is going to be the gold one. So again, let's come to 3 with the lines going in the horizontal direction. That's 4, so we'll come to 3½. And then last but not least, we're going to come to 3 again. And then this one will turn to 2½.
So clever. And it looks so, so good.
And we'll just get these bits down.
Linda says you are so brave to do this live.
Yeah, I didn't think about it till I was actually here, and then I was like, what have I done? So I am just gonna, this is the problem with the acetate, I'm just gonna try and flatten it out a little bit just to give myself a little bit more wiggle room. But it's not really brave, because like we've said, what is she doing? It's just taking your time, and you're going to have much more of that than I am at home.
Patience is definitely the key for this one, isn't it? It's going to look incredible. it might be a good idea as well.
Yeah.
If you add all your bits and pieces before you fold all your scores.
That is a very
because
good
then your
idea.
acetate will be
Yeah.
flat, won't it?
Yeah.
And that's the problem that you've got here, is that your acetate is just wanting to spring into position.
And
so
this is it. When you've got new products, it's just about trying these things and finding
what
works.
What works. So yeah, I think definitely.
I think that would be a great
added
hack.
all the bits and pieces on first, and then go and mountain and valley fold. It's gonna be easier because that acetate will be flat, so you're not having to work with sort of movable pieces.
But to be fair, once you've got the hang of it, it's doing its job.
Oh, Catherine.
Yes.
Viv says this card has got to be in with a chance of demo card of the year.
Oh gosh, I don't feel like that. And there we go. And there's loads more you could do to this to finish it off with your decorations and things. But just to give you the basic idea. So this, I'm going to show you the back first, because you've just got that nice silver background that you could go on and do lots of fabulous things, but you've no sticky glue marks, you've no foam pads, you've no tape. But then from the front,
I love the detail that you've put in there with those skull lines. So fantastic.
it almost looks like it's floating in air, doesn't it?
It does. So it's crazy. I love it. Such a gorgeously glamorous and expensive feeling card with those golds and silvers. A great use of that dye as well. We have so many dyes available that are going to work perfectly with these collections, so head over to the website, have a look. We've got our cutter card dyes, they're going to be absolutely perfect. Any of our sentiments and our amazing sort of nesting dyes and our beautiful frames like this one here. All of these dyes, all available on the website. So you can pick and choose what you want to be die cut in with your fantastic new Stickables collection. Just £29.96 for the whole collection, and I promise me you are going to want it all. It is absolutely incredible. That's all we've got time for today though. Make sure you remember, if you're buying anything today, add in that goodie box code. If you bought it, you'll have that code available. You can still use it all the way through until Sunday, and trust me, you'll be wanting to use it tomorrow as well, because tomorrow's launch is so fun. All we have left to tell you is that Pauline is on Hobby Maker tomorrow. She's back, feeling better. She's on at 2 with our brand new Top of Favourites, at 4 with some incredible die offers that are under £10, and at 7 p.m. with a fabulous look at this Stickables collection. I cannot wait to see what Pauline's going to do with it. So make sure you are tuned into that. And I'm back here tomorrow with Rebecca for our all brand new mini shape builders from our Moonstone die range. You are going to absolutely love them.